Shares of Robinhood riding higher today as the online trading platform launches a new crypto wallet. Let's get to Kate Rooney, who's got the details. Hi, Kate.
Hey, Melissa. This has been a long-awaited product launch for Robinhood, the trading startup now allowing people to hold their own Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies in what's known as a wallet. It had been a point of contention on social media as well. Robinhood users have complained that, yes, they had exposure to crypto prices, but not ownership over the assets themselves. I sat down with Robinhood's Chief Product Officer on Tech Check earlier. She told me that the slow rollout was intentional. They really needed the right safeguards in place before they could debut this, and it's not launching right away. To start, Robinhood is rolling this out for a select group of users and then soliciting feedback along the way. This, of course, is the latest move for Robinhood in the crypto space as it becomes increasingly important for the company's top line. We had in the most recent quarter, crypto accounting for more than half of transaction-based revenue. That was up from just 17% in the first quarter and just 3% in the same time last year. And today's announcement also sets up some more competition in the space. Crypto wallets had been a huge differentiator for some of the early movers like Coinbase, of course, and Gemini. Robinhood shares up more than 10% on that news today. Melissa, back to you.
Kate, forgive my ignorance on this and crypto wallets, but how did Robinhood users before, when they were trading crypto, how did they hold their crypto? Did they actually have to move it off the platform to separate custody?
Yeah, so they didn't hold the keys. There was this slogan online, if it's not your key, it's not your crypto. So they really were buying sort of derivatives of crypto. They didn't actually hold it themselves. So they sort of had exposure to the prices. They didn't actually hold the keys to their own wallet, which, yes, in some ways, if you want the ownership over it, you want the ability to potentially transfer it off, hold it in something like cold storage, which is a way to hold it on a hard drive off of an exchange. It's helpful, but there's other people that might say they don't necessarily want the keys. They don't want the responsibility. So it's unclear, how many people. It might have just been sort of a vocal minority who are calling for this, but it was definitely getting traction. And it seems like they're now catching up with Coinbase, they have had that product and the ability for people to hold their own cryptocurrency really from the get-go.
All right, Kate, thanks. Kate Rooney. Our next guest says Robinhood is better positioned to win the wallet wars. Let's bring in Dan Dolev. He covers both Robinhood and Coinbase at Mizuho. You say Robinhood's a clear winner. Why is that?
Yeah, look, thanks for having me on the show. Always great to be here. So, look, I think Robinhood is much better positioned. And the key thing about Robinhood, and that's what people don't fully understand, is the engagement on the app is way bigger than the engagement of any other app that we've seen. So people use it literally. Some people use it multiple times a day. Some people use it multiple times an hour. It's the ultimate super app, and they're giving away everything that Coinbase gives for a fee. They give it away for free. And I think that's why Robinhood is in a much better position long-term to become sort of one of the most leading kind of next-gen neobanks versus Coinbase, which is still charging for a service that you should essentially get for free.
What happens if payment for order flow is banned or changed? I mean, if free is the only differentiator and that goes away, then how does it stand out?
I think that people that use Robinhood actually really like using it. And I think there's the engagement there is not just because it's free. The engagement there is because they figured something out about how to approach their customer base that I think is invaluable, and people really adhere to it. So if it's banned completely, obviously they're going to have to change the way they're doing business. But I mean, this is probably a bit of an aggressive assumption that it would be banned completely. So we don't know yet how it's going to end up. But it's a good point.
So Dan, would you agree that Robinhood was forced basically into having to do this? And I do agree that it's Coinbase's loss, whether it's incremental or more than that, and Robinhood's gain. When I look at crypto, though, what's coming down the pike? More regulation, more compliance, more taxation. Does anyone really benefit from this 2 years out, or does crypto really suffer from this?
It's a great question. I think the key here, and then let's bring in maybe the Square and the Cash App into the picture here, as well as PayPal, take the whole universe and look at it. The key here is diversification. The more diversified you are, the better off you are. So if you take Coinbase, it's all about crypto. So they will live or suffer depending on where crypto is. If you think about Robinhood, you've got crypto, you've got equities, and you've got the banking side, which is kind of like the future, right? Same thing goes for the Cash App, Square, very diversified, or PayPal, Venmo. So I think that's the key here is diversification and the ability to survive if one area of the market does better or worse in any given time.
So why do you think Coinbase was up on this, Dan?
I think it might have been the reaction of, hey, you know, like, because the key future, I guess, if you think about it, if you're bullish on Coinbase, right, we're not even that bearish with neutral. If you're really bullish on Coinbase, you're bullish on the crypto economy becoming a real thing and the ability to pay with crypto or pay with Bitcoin. And I think you know, kind of like seeing others do the same thing is basically maybe signaling to the market that, hey, you know, Bitcoin and crypto and Ethereum are here to stay, and we're going to be able to use it as a means of payment, and people are going to have to keep it, you know, be able to keep it on their wallet. Right. So maybe sort of reassurance of sort of the resiliency of crypto as a payment mechanism, and that might have been the reaction on Coinbase.
Dan, great to speak with you. Thanks. Dan
Thank you.
Dolev of Mizuho. Karen, what'd you make of the story and the impact on the two stocks?
So it was interesting. I'm thinking that it did have a negative impact on Coinbase, which would have been up more in a big up market and in a market where crypto was rebounding. But then those two things being a positive outweighed the negative of the Robinhood thing. One thing he brought up that I thought was interesting, that, you know, he feels that Robinhood will win. I'm wondering, what is the average account size for crypto for Robinhood customer versus at Coinbase? I'm guessing, but I don't know, that the Coinbase average size is much bigger. But Dan explained that it seems like the Robinhood trader is far more active, and that's interesting. That's how they're going to make money. So he's sort of convincing me.